Disgaea Dimension 2! お楽しみに!
It only took 10 years, but Laharl, Etna, and Flonne are finally reunited, and it was totally worth the wait. Disgaea D2 continues the capers of the original trio while delivering the rewarding, social life-threatening grind of fighting, looting, and leveling the franchise is known for. All the over-the-top, prinny-tossing, tower-attacking mayhem is here, and the banter between the main characters is the best it's been since 2003.
You are, as always, a terrible vassal.
Whether you're a returning fan or just someone looking for a good strategy RPG to sink your teeth into, Disgaea D2 is a bottomless, color-soaked pit of endless depth that I was happy to tumble down.
What? You were here since yesterday? Why didn't you just come out?
Fool. Because no one called for me.
The Netherworld's most dastardly demons are up to no good again, and the story is so much better for it. For a series that's so consistently meaty in terms of gameplay, Disgaea has felt surprisingly off its game since it moved on to tell new stories with different characters. The impact of the original cast's return can be felt immediately. The writing is snappy, silly, and deliciously mischievous, maintaining the self-aware sense of anime satire that made the original a classic. The whole voice cast sounds like they're having a blast, but Etna's anime episode parodies really steal the show.
Next time on Lil Sis Taizen Etna Muso, Episode 3, Etna and the Evil Lil Sis Army.
Visually, D2 is about what I've come to expect from a Disgaea game. It's unabashedly low-tech, but its vibrant, varied color palette and distinctive collection of playable classes and monsters have a charm that's remained effective despite how often the franchise has reused much of it. Its overall look felt a little too familiar for me, but with zaniness like this filling the screen, you'd never mistake it for another game in the genre. Disgaea has always nailed tactical, turn-based RPG combat by marrying whimsical skills and attacks with a dizzying number of options and mechanics. It's never cared about catering to the uninitiated, and I couldn't be more pleased to see that trend continued here. In a world of streamlining and focus testing, D2 is unapologetically and meaningfully complex, sporting a vast latticework of gameplay systems that work together in ways that make each feel worth learning. The series has had newly tweaked or introduced features backfire in the past, but thankfully all the additions here are well thought out and executed. Easily the biggest new feature is the ability to use any monster class as a mount. Your mount takes hits for you and handles the movement, while the mounted character is free to attack and use spells. You can put squishy magic users on a hardy dragon, or have archers ride a moth up to the perfect sniping perch. The possibilities are near limitless, and the new mounted attack skills are both powerful and entertaining. The new Demon Dojo lets you add bonuses to a single stat per character as they level up, and the more you do so, the more the training bonus increases over time. This gives you an incentive to reincarnate your characters and re-level them, and when used in tandem with mounts and the returning apprentice system, it allows you to create imposing hybrid units that further open up what was already a great combat system. Stepping back into the item world again and getting sucked in for level after level felt like putting on a favorite pair of shoes that never wore out. After some entertaining but hollow-feeling detours for the franchise, D2 brings Disgaea back where it belongs, the top of the strategy RPG heap. Its ongoing tendency to reuse old, familiar visuals keeps it from being a revelation, but mechanically, this is the most finely tuned, feverishly addictive entry in the 5-game series. I came with time to give and a healthy appetite for old-school grinding, and just as its predecessor before it, Disgaea D2 took me for every free hour I had. For everything you've ever needed to know about explosive penguins, be sure to keep it locked here to IGN.